Shalom, everybody. We're back. I'm not sure what happened to the other one. Maybe the Wi-Fi got disconnected. I don't know. There's some kind of glitch going on in cybertronics, in cyber electronics. Cybertron. There's I have different podcasts. This isn't my only podcast. Let me do a poll right quick. I'm gonna start a poll. So just bear with me for a second. I'm starting a poll. Do you believe that Tank Davis can defeat Devin Haney? My option: yes, no, not sure. Now, I restarted my poll all over again. You know what I'm saying? Just a little quick question for people out there who are boxing fans. And I say boxing fans because reason why we say boxing fans because a lot of people who comment, "Oh, Mike Tyson is the greatest heavyweight that ever walked the face of the earth, period. Point blank, hands down." That's why we call you boxing fans. Because, you really don't know very much about boxing, or you haven't really been in the ring. And hey, I like Tyson. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching Tyson. I grew up watching I saw George Foreman's in his performances, even in his last performances. George Foreman was pretty fantastic, with with putting those gloves together, putting those fisticuffs together. I grew up watching. I was like in the ninth grade when I think it was Hearns and I think it was Hearns and somebody else that was fighting. Can't remember this guy's name, but anyway, let's move forward. I really don't want to get into a lot of different things. I'm trying to stay on subject because it's very frustrating for me because I know I'm dealing with people who pretty much don't know anything about boxing. They probably never been in a fight. They go and they tap their friend on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, let's go over here and let's go jump this guy." And then they go and brag to all their friends about, how they beat somebody up. Like, nah, it's 5-on-1, okay? And all of y'all got handled. Pretty much how it went down, you know what I'm saying? How I see it, you know what I'm saying? All 5 of y'all got beat up big time. It took 5 of y'all to jump on this one guy, and then this one guy beats up all 5 of y'all. I done seen it. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Not only I've seen it, but I've done it. There's no way that I believe that Tank Davis, there's no way, there's not even a doubt in my mind. There is no way that Tank Davis can defeat Devin Haney. This is the reason why he has to put a rehydrated clause in every one of his fights. If you go back and you talk to every fighter that Tank faced, because he's quote unquote the A side. What makes him the A side? What makes Tank? What makes Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis the A side? I tell you, what makes him the A side is the fact that he signed with Floyd Mayweather Promotions. Pretty boy, Floyd Mayweather. He signed with Money Mayweather. That's the only thing that makes him the A side. Because Mayweather holds a lot of weight when it comes to the sport of boxing. He's done a lot for the sport of boxing, but Mayweather has also ducked a lot of fighters. Believe that there are some fighters out there that Floyd did not want to fight. And there are some fighters out there that wanted to fight Floyd that he wouldn't give a chance to. Just like Lomachenko. Lomachenko would never give Devin Haney a chance. And Devin Haney was calling out Lomachenko for years. He'd been calling out Lomachenko, calling him out for years, calling him out. He went to a war and damn near retired before he realized, oh, I'm broke. So now I'm going to go ahead and challenge Devin Haney for the match. So you have to understand, man. And a lot of people ain't understanding. You ain't catching on. You ain't getting it. You ain't understanding. See, I ain't gotta curse real loud in order for me to be telling the truth, because what I'm saying, there's no disclaimer on my videos. See, this is why I'm saying y'all listening to this Dante Boxing Nation. Y'all listening to this Aki TV. Y'all listening to this Blue Blood Sports. And look, I ain't bashing you for the misinformation that y'all keep putting out there. But 1 minute Devin Haney's behind bars, the next minute he's in a hospital, and then the next minute he's getting eaten up by a bear, and then the next minute he's in a match in a ring fighting and wrestling uh, uh with this other guy. So which one is it? Is Devin Haney getting eaten up by a shark, or is it a bear? You know what I'm saying? But they have all these disclaimers on their on their stuff. That's why I'm saying it's just allegory. They're not telling any kind of truth. They're not telling any kind of truth. And the fact of the matter is, I wouldn't even be making this video right now if I hadn't if I hadn't got into an argument about boxing concerning something that dude really didn't even know what the hell he talking about. And I don't have to curse and do all kind of stuff, grab my balls and yell to the top of my lung and all this, that, and the other, and pull straps and all this in order for me to be telling the truth, because the truth stands by itself. It's the truth. It's the truth. And what y'all don't want to recognize, what y'all don't want to see, is what I'm trying to show you: the self-hatred that you have for your own black community. You've been taught to hate yourself. And you look at all these other, nationalities like they're better than us. It's still part of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the only uh this ain't the only podcast that I have, on YouTube. I have some more podcasts. I stay busy. I stay busy. I stay doing things. I'm steady doing things. I'm always trying to get myself into another position. So 2012, it was 2012, when I drove Devin Haney to Las Vegas and signed him up with the Mayweather gym. I can say it 1,000 times because it's the motherfucking truth. Somebody showed me a motherfucking birth certificate. Somebody showed me a birth certificate because I'm like really this close to just going and getting pictures and things like that, from my brothers and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? It just, hey man, look, everybody shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is this: Devin Haney has been in the 135, and you say that's Tank's division. He's the face of boxing. Tank is the face of boxing. Don't care who the face of boxing is. You think Devin Haney cares that Tank is the face of boxing? No, Devin Haney only cares one thing. Let's fight. You say everything else except let's fight. You say everything but let's fight. They say everything but let's fight. Let's make the fight happen. And then from what I understand, it was them that started the shit. Because there was a guy that brought up the whole thing. Was like, well, why don't you face Tank Davis, or why don't you face Stevenson Shakur? And Devin Haney was like, nah, I don't want to fight them because we're friends. I consider, like, I kind of grew up with them, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 whoop. And I consider them to be friends. Be friends of mine. I don't really want to face them like that. I think that's around about the time when he had beat Cambosis. He beat Cambosis. All right. He had beat Cambosis, and he was looking for his next fight. And I think this was like before he fought Lomachenko. So it was in between Cambosis and Lomachenko. All right. And they was like, who, what people you think, you would like to face? And, they brought up Tank Davis. And, like, nah, he was like, nah, I don't really want to, fight them because, you know, I considered us to be friends. Immediately, 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 it was like Stevenson Shakur was like, nah, we ain't friends. I want to fight him. I want to fight him. We ain't no friends. Ain't no friends in this. Started talking mad. She like, nah, I want him. I want to fight him. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Devin Haney is already fighting and still have yet to see Stevenson Shakur get in the ring with anybody. I mean, can you come up with an opponent? Stevenson Shakur, I mean, like, he was in the gym or whatever the hell he was doing, but he was never really in the ring. And I'm talking about since Cambosis. I'm still looking for like some type of a matchup between, Stevenson Shakur and whoever. Next thing you know, came Lomachenko. And here goes Stevenson Shakur. He, you know.
Good afternoon, Dennis Public Library. Just a reminder to always keep your personal belongings with you. For everyone's safety, unattended belongings inside or outside the library will be disposed of. Again, for everyone's safety, unattended belongings inside or outside the library will be disposed of. Thank you.
So anyway, around Lomachenko, let's go. Let's start around Lomachenko era, so y'all can get the clear picture on what I'm trying to say. So around Lomachenko, Devin Haney is being clowned by the whole world, including Nelly, with his no boxing IQ at all. I'm talking about Nelly, the rapper Nelly. I'm going down, down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover, baby. Truck red. Non-rapping ass nigga. Even Nelly was talking about Devin Haney lost. No, he didn't. If Lomachenko got the better of Devin Haney, and Lomachenko is an Olympian with how many knockouts? He's an Olympian. He's an Olympian champion. Okay, he's an Olympian, right? So this Olympian champion, who y'all say got the better of Devin Haney, couldn't knock out Devin Haney. Who y'all say he beat him up the whole 12 rounds. So why didn't you knock him out? You didn't even get a knockdown. Could you get a scratch on the side of the cheek? No. You should have at least pinched the boy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But Lomachenko never scored a knockdown. He never scored a knockdown. He didn't even get a technical knockout. He didn't get a KO. But he's an Olympian. He's this, he's that. He's critically acclaimed the better man to beat Devin Haney. Then you give him all kind of excuses. Oh, his age. Cambosis is older than him. And he did way better in the ring against Devin than what Loma did. Y'all don't want to admit to the greatness of Devin Haney, the black man. You gonna go to the Puerto Rican, you gonna go to the Mexican, you gonna go way to UK to the white man, but the black man can't get no credit. No, man, we do our own people the worst. He's undisputed for a reason. Devin Haney is still undisputed. Then he moved up in weight class. He fought Regis. He's now WBC champion. Do you know what undisputed in 8 different weight classes mean? You are pound for pound. They just won't give you the title, pound for pound. That's pound for pound, homie. 8 different weight classes, plus an Olympian. and an official WBC champion, Regis Progress. Not just beat him up concisely, but then score a knockdown, something that Loma didn't do. Devin Haney got in the ring with Regis and did everything that Loma was supposed to do when he got in the ring with Devin Haney. That's what y'all still cry all day.
There's only one way out of here.
That way. Only one way out. There's no easy way out. Y'all don't remember that song from Rocky Balboa? There's no easy way out. Everybody want to be on podcasts. Everybody want to be on camera. Everybody want to be a champion, but they don't want to put in the hard work. Everybody want to be a star, but they don't want them sleepless nights. Everybody want to be everybody want to be up there with Beyonce. Everybody want to be up there with Jay-Z. Everybody want to be up there on that stage and get with Taylor Swift and all Little Bow Wow and all that. They want the Hollywood acclimates, but you don't want the lonely nights of being alone. You don't want all your friends to turn their back on you. You don't want all your friends and family tell you, hey man, you stupid for following a pipe dream. You know what I'm saying? You don't want everybody laughing at you because they feel like, oh, you fucked up in life. You don't want to let everything go. Your house, your car, your job. Put it on the line. You want to... Why am I saying that? Because this is how Devin Haney became Devin Haney. This is how Dijon DePaul Woodward became what you know today as WBC reigning champion Devin Haney. This is how I have multiple podcasts. This is how I've been on stage. This is how I got signed to record deals and things like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to let shit go. You want to sleep in your bed all day long. You got to get used to not having shit. You don't want to do what it takes. You don't want to walk through the fire. You want somebody to come and hand you a contract and put a lot of money on your plate and then turn around and make you a star. Overnight. Motherfucker, this ain't no magic trick. Even magicians have to work at it. Why you think it called magic? Working magic. Something that they stood all day, every day for years and years and umpteens of years, perfecting their majestic, whatever you want to call it, magic arts. To be a great magician. Trickery. Shit that ain't even real. It's the same thing that the Hollywood stars had to do in order to become movie stars. Denzel Washington. You want to be Denzel Washington, and you want to get paid with Denzel, get paid, but you don't want to leave your house. You want to be at home. You want to be in your bed. You want to be in your comfort zone. You don't want to go without a meal. You don't know what it's like to have to sacrifice. See, people like me. See, that's why I'm military. See, people like me make the world go round. People like me reach their dreams. People like me is the reason why other people find someone like me sitting in the library, climbing a mountain I look over and there go you. How the fuck did you find me? Oh man, I was hoping for a chance and an opportunity. If you would just listen to me for 30 seconds. But I said all that to say what? Why didn't Lomachenko score a knockdown? He wasn't even capable of anything. In fact, around by like round 8, 9, 10, the same rounds that y'all saying Lomachenko shine like the stars in the sky. Y'all give him all the praise. You don't watch closely how, number one, Devin Haney made Lomachenko back up. Boom. Going for the stiff. You know what the stiff is? Some of y'all don't know nothing about boxing. You hitting at everything except the stiff. The stiff is from the neck down. That's the stiff. Your torso. That's the stiff. Bling. Body shot. Body blow. Bling. Bling. Lomachenko backing up. Backing away. You the Olympian. You the favorite. You're the challenger. So you have to make the fight. You ain't got no time to be backing up. You gotta press forward and press forward and press forward. You gotta be more hungrier to get a knockout than Devin Haney is saying, man, all I gotta really do is just last for 12 rounds. He can't knock me out, number one. He might outswing, but he ain't gonna land more. How do you throw more punches but get less percentage? You threw more punches, but you didn't land anything. And see, the face is the telltale sign of an ass whooping. You should have seen his face. That's the reason why he was crying. Because he knew he got his ass whooped. He got beat up. And let's move on from Lomachenko. Regis Progress. He's like, man, I'm going to knock you out. He kept telling Devin, he's like, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to knock you out. Underestimated Devin Haney. Got in the ring and got knocked down. Knocked down with a standing 8 count. And the rest of the fight, well, Regis was just trying to hold on and hang in there the best way he possibly could. But at the end of the fight, they both looked the same. Lomachenko and Regis. They both look the same. I'll tell you what they look like. They look like Martin after he fought Tommy Hearns. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Martin Lawrence when he you know, he looked like that. The end result of that. He had lumps and knots all over his head. You know what I'm saying? See, y'all don't want to give the black man no credit. Y'all got some kind of great white hype or great white hope going on. You probably believe in a white Jesus. Ain't no telling, you know, it be like, oh, you trying to make it about race. Nah, it ain't about race. But at the same time, boxing was never meant for the black man because it was a sport. When it was created in America, it was a sport to humiliate black people, putting them up against white folks to make them think, oh, white folks was more superior. When we was already dealing with slavery. What you mean? You know a slave ain't gonna really fight back a slave master that he know good and well after this matchup he gonna go and get whooped for beating up on his slave master. Come on, man. Horse whip. So y'all insert dominance with force and lethal force at that. That's not dominance. That's that's intimidation. That's terrorism. Beat up on your slave master, then you go home, you got a burning cross with a 30 white boys trying to hang you and your family because you beat them in a boxing match. We talking about those times. You beat them in a boxing match. Now you and your family and your community hanging on a tree with burning crosses in your yard. Ku Klux Klan everywhere. See, check this out, man. Now that I'm done talking about Lomachenko and Regis Progress, Devin Haney is the WBC champion. Now they talking about Tank is being offered by the Saudis to go to Saudi Arabia to fight Devin Haney. Now, do you believe that Tank Davis can actually defeat Devin Haney after everything that I just got through saying? And here's Devin Haney still saying the same thing he's always been saying. You say everything except for let's fight. And you don't really hear a peep out of Stevenson Shakur except for the last disclaimer video that I saw talking about he was going to retire. So isn't that a big fight? Why don't he go ahead and step up to the plate and fight Devin Haney? Devin Haney is free to fight somebody. You mean tell me Stevenson Shakur can't meet Devin Haney at 140 for the title at WBC? I guess titles, championship belts don't really matter, huh? Y'all some fools. Ain't nobody gonna even put your name down in history of boxing if you don't have a title, a championship title. And the last time y'all was talking shit about him, y'all said he was an email champion. And now all of a sudden he vacates those titles. He moves up in weight to 140. We're only talking about 5 pounds. We're only talking about 5 pound difference of a weight class. Y'all say everything and every excuse in the world. Now let's get on the subject of what I know for a fact. Tank. You say Tank ain't no weight bullying. How? How is Tank not weight bullying everybody when he put a rehydration clause on every one of his opponents? There's a hydration clause. You can't rehydrate. You can't be over certain amount of weight. So you have to come in at least 134. You have to come in 133 because 135 is the limit. So that means no eating, no water, no nothing. Which means you literally have to starve yourself. You done already defeated yourself. And you want to talk about a legacy? What legacy? Rolly Romero was complaining about, it's like, oh man, I was tired, I was drained. I was tired. I was drained. I was drained. I really wasn't my 100%. Why is all the fighters be like, man, I really wasn't 100%? When it comes to Tank Davis, they all saying the same. Everybody ain't gonna turn around and just not say the same shit, man. I wasn't 100%. What you mean you didn't train for the fight? Nah, it's because they trained for the fight, but they had to lose so much weight. They couldn't rehydrate. They couldn't eat. They was already weak when they got in the match. There ain't nowhere in the world. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Tank Davis gets in the ring with Devin Haney, and I'm gonna tell you what my brother Devin Haney is gonna do. He's gonna beat Tank up. Maybe the first 3 rounds, I'll give that to Tank. But round 4 is when Devin really starts to outclass him. He catches on to what Tank is trying to do. He readjusts. I say the first 3 rounds I get at the Tank. Round 4, 5, 6, 7, I get it to Devin. 8, 9, 10, it's going to be a brawl. Big time. A big time brawl because Tank is going to have to realize he's going to have to come with it. And that boxing shit ain't working because he's getting outboxed. Devin is going to be landing all kind of shots, left hooks, chin checks. He's going to go for the stiff, which that's going to land. He's going to have a higher percentage output, and Tank is going to be overwhelmed. Devin is not going to fall for that bullshit. What you call that pull counter bullshit that he always try to do with his left hand every single time. At the end of the day, round 12, I believe Devin is going to knock him down. He's going to wear him out and wear him out, and around by like 11 to 12. That's when Devin is going to score a knockdown. That's going to make it a very decisive victory. And then after that, Tank is going to have to admit the same thing I'm finna get ready to say. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Shalom. But that's just the way that it is.